In today's video, I'm going to reveal my top stock pick for September 2025, a high-quality business with strong growth potential. Then I'll also take you through the latest updates in my stock portfolio, show the results of the positions I recently sold, and finally show you how I calculated the fair value of this month's pick. I'm AGP and let's get started. Firstly, I want to thank XTB for supporting this video. XTB offers 0% commission on both real stocks and ETFs, with a minimum transaction value of just €10. These conditions apply to monthly volumes up to €100,000, and above that, there is just a 0.2% commission. If you are new to the platform and want help getting started, check out the full step-by-step tutorial linked in the description. And here's the best part: if you open an account using the code ATP, I will give you not 1 month but 1 year of free access to our premium investing group, where I share my full portfolio, trade alerts, ETF strategies and much more. You don't even need to deposit any money, just sign up, send us a screenshot and we'll activate your access immediately. Now let's start with a quick update on my stock portfolio. This month I decided to close a few more positions. Firstly, I sold my 2 shares of AMD, which I had bought back in January at around $115. I sold them at $175, securing a 52% profit. Then I also closed my 2 shares of Johnson & Johnson, acquired at $147. Not only did I profit 7% in dividends, but I sold them at $181, adding another 22.5% in capital gains, for a total return of roughly 30%. Next, I sold 2 shares of Google, which I had bought at around $100. I sold them at $208, almost doubling my investment with a 108% profit. And finally, I sold 3 of my 6 shares of Nike, both at $54 and sold at $79 for a 46% profit. Altogether, I have invested about $889 in these positions and exit with $1,365, booking a total profit of $476, around 53%. All of these sales were made because the fair value I had calculated for each stock has already been reached, which means that the risk to reward ratio no longer made sense for my strategy. And of course, all these trades and updates were shared in real time with our premium members, so they could also take advantage of these gains. Right now, even after closing those positions, the portfolio is sitting on around €2,200 in unrealized profits. That's over $2,500. Now, looking at the broader market, the S&P 500 is now trading around the $6,400 zone, extending the rally we highlighted in the last month's episode. After breaking above the $6,300 resistance in August, the index has continued pushing higher and is now consolidating just below the next psychological barrier at around $6,600. So for now, the market remains healthy, but valuations are stretched, which makes stock selection more important than ever. So what's my top stock pick for September? This month is Accenture, with the ticker ACN. Accenture is one of the largest professional services and consulting firms in the world. They work with 95% of the top 100 global companies and are at the center of AI adoption and cloud migration. This company is currently ranked as the top 106 in the world by market cap, reflecting its scale, stability and long-term leadership in the sector. When we look at the long-term chart of ACN, we can see that historically this has been an extremely stable stock. For decades, the price has respected the 600 period SMMA as a key support zone. Even during major events like the 2008 financial crisis or the COVID crash, ACN never dropped significantly below this level and quickly resumed its long-term bullish trend. However, since its last peak in February, the stock has fallen nearly 40%, and for the first time in many years, it has broken below the 600 SMMA line, currently sitting around 13% under it. However, we can also identify a strong support zone around $240, which the stock has already tested and respected. This suggests that the worst of the correction might be over and the price could now be preparing to return to its historical uptrend. So, from a technical perspective, this could be a very attractive time to start building a long-term position in ACN. So, to confirm this setup, let's now dive into the fundamental analysis. I will use 10 different valuation models to calculate the fair value of ACN, and I'll walk you through the results. First, let's start with one of the most famous valuation models, the discounted cash flow or DCF analysis. To simplify the calculation, I'm using Finbox, which automatically computes the DCF using 3 different methods. Using the growth exit formula, which assumes the company continues to grow fairly for 5 years, we get a fair value of $331 per share, representing a 29.6% upside. Next, looking at the EBITDA exit multiple, which values the company based on its operating profitability, ACN shows a fair value of $334 per share, offering a 30.6% upside. And finally, using the revenue exit formula, which values the company based on its total revenues, we get a fair value of $318 per share, meaning an upside of 24.2%. Moving on to Simply Wall Street, their premium platform aggregates forecasts from 22 professional analysts and estimates a fair value of $297 per share. That means the stock is currently undervalued by 14%. Then, if we scroll down, we can also find that ACN's current PE ratio is 20.2, while the fair one is a massive 38.3. This tells us that investors are paying far less per dollar of earnings for ACN than they are for similar companies. Next, we have MarketBeat, which combines predictions from 24 analysts. Their average 12-month price target is $358, translating to a 39.70% potential upside. Using alpha spread, the base case gives us a fair value of $298, showing the stock is undervalued by 14%. And if we dive into their financials, we can also see that ACN has delivered strong and consistent growth for over a decade, with stable margins and outstanding financial discipline, which makes sense for a company of this size and importance. Now let's look at value investing, which combines multiple models and analyst opinions. Their fair value is $332 based on input from 31 analysts, which still give us a very healthy 30% upside. Then, according to Guru Focus, the stock is worth around $343, again backing up the idea that ACN is undervalued. Stock Rover gives us a fair value of $336, suggesting a 31% upside, while Stock Analysis, which aggregates opinions from 20 analysts, estimates a value of $353, showing a 38% upside. So, putting all of these numbers together, we calculate the average fair value to be approximately $330. And considering that the current price of ACN at the time I am recording this video is around $256, this gives us a potential upside above 29%, which is outstanding for a large cap and stable company like ACN. On top of that, ACN also pays a solid dividend yield of 2.31%, which adds an extra layer of passive income to our long-term returns. So, based on both technical and fundamental analysis, this looks like a lifetime opportunity. Let's now head over to XStation 5 and add ACN to our portfolio. After logging into your XStation 5 account, go to the Market Watch section. In the search bar, type ACN and be sure to select the stock version, not the CFD. Once you have selected it, click the chart icon to open the real-time chart and review the current price. Now, to place your order, right-click on the chart and select New Order. In the order window, type in the number of shares you want to buy. One of the great advantages of XTB is that it allows you to buy fractional shares, meaning you don't need to commit to a full share if you want to start smaller. In my case, I'm going to buy 1 share of ACN. Once the quantity is set, click the green buy button, confirm your order, and that's it. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have a stock you would like me to analyze in one of the next episodes, make sure to drop it in the comments below. And remember, if you want 1 full year of free access to my premium investing group, all you need to do is open an account with XTB using the code ATP. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy investing. Bye bye.